Hey, what's up, friend? It's Hector here, the Kettlebell Coach. In this video, we're going to be kicking off a new series on how to improve your mobility. And we will be segmenting this into how to improve your shoulder mobility and how to improve your hip mobility. This is what we call the four knots, right? Or the four corners of the body. And the stronger and the more integrated and knit together these four corners are, these four knots, the stronger your overall body and the more healthy your body will be. These four knots, as they become loose, how do they become loose? Through poor posture, by being in a flexed environment. If the hips are flexed for too long, shoulders are flexed for too long, these knots become loosened. And as a result, the body is just not as strong and as capable as it ought to be. So today we're going to be kicking off a 5-part series on how to improve your shoulder mobility. So as I mentioned, the culprit of all of this is being in a flexed environment. This is going to be a very important series for two populations. Number one, you're in the jiu-jitsu community. We spend a lot of our time in jiu-jitsu in a flexed environment, and more often than not, we never leave that environment. The other population is going to be pretty much anyone that sits a desk job being in a flexed environment. This causes a myriad of problems. So quick little home experiment that you can do. Flex your shoulders, get into this rounded posture, and then try to raise your arms overhead. You won't be able to go very far, okay? You need to be able to extend through the thoracic region of the spine so you can get your arms overhead. We're going to dive more into that as this series goes on. But that's just a quick little thing you can do at home right now, is completely round your shoulders and see how high you can lift your arms overhead. You're not going to be able to do that very well. In a past video, I talked about how when the body lacks mobility in one joint, it will look for it in another joint. So if we lack mobility in our thoracic spine, in our neck, we will look for that mobility in our lower back to press something overhead or to press something from maybe like a bench or so. So this is why this is super important that we address this. So the first thing that we're going to be addressing in this first part of the series is neck mobility. When the neck begins to shut down, when we live in this flexed environment, when this neck begins to move forward, it shuts the shoulders down, and then that has an effect on your grip strength and many other things. And so if you notice that maybe you have a grip, like some kind of grip deficiency, it's very likely that it's coming from your shoulder and even from your neck. So one of the first things we want to do is mobilize that neck, okay? And so this is the beauty of strength training with kettlebells, what makes kettlebells unique, and in my opinion, superior to any other training tool that's out there, is they place you in an extended environment. And that's the key. We all know that our environment as a whole has a big impact on everything that we do in life, right? So the same thing is true for our strength training and our health and our health and fitness, is getting ourselves into an extended environment the majority of the time. So if you want to build a stronger, healthier, more capable body, we've got to start putting ourselves in an extended environment. So all you'll need for this series is one kettlebell. For ladies, I recommend 8 kilos, anywhere from 8 kilos to, let's say, 10 to 12 kilos. So that's about 18 to 26 pounds. You'll probably be somewhere in the 10 kilo mark. For men, I recommend a 16 kilo, all the way up to about 20, maybe even 24 for some of you strong gentlemen that are out there. But a 16 kilogram will get the job done for pretty much any gentleman, and an 8 kilo will get the job done for any lady that's watching this video series, okay? So let's go ahead and dive right into it. The first thing that we want to do is we want to get the neck moving. And so what you're going to do is you're going to hold your kettlebell. You're going to hold it behind your back, just like so. Okay? And you can see, just by me getting into this position, putting the kettlebell behind my back, it presets me and it puts me in an extended environment. It already corrects my posture. Okay, so that's what we want here. This is something that we call upstream strength strategies. The idea is improving performance before the training even happens. It's also about solving problems before they even have an opportunity to present themselves. So by putting yourself in an extended environment, you're already well ahead of the game when it comes to improving your performance. All you're going to do here is you're going to breathe And you're gonna let your eyes lead your head, and then your head will tell your body what to do, okay? So from here, you're going to inhale, and you're gonna look up and exhale. You're gonna inhale, exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, and you're just gonna mobilize the neck. Inhale up, and exhale, inhale, exhale, okay? And you're gonna do about 5 to 10 of these, just getting your neck moving. After you go through head extension and flexion, or neck extension and flexion, you're gonna do rotation. You're gonna inhale, exhale, look over your shoulder as if you're trying to look at your back pocket. Inhale, exhale to the other side. And you're gonna do left and right 5 times. After you do your rotations, you're going to protrude your neck forward. Inhale, exhale. Tuck your chin in as if you're giving yourself a double chin. Inhale, exhale. Okay, forward and backwards 5 times. And that's it, super simple. We focus on super simple strategies because it's these simple things that become repeatable. This is one of the first things that we take our students through before they do any kind of strength training, is we start by mobilizing that neck. Previous episode, I talked about the 4 progressions on how to improve your mobility and your flexibility long term. And it starts with breath work followed by mobility work. In the next video, we're going to work on mobilizing the thoracic region of the spine. As I mentioned in the beginning, when those shoulders round forward, we lock down what's called our thoracic spine. And that thoracic region of the spine should be able to extend, it should be able to flex, and it should be able to rotate. So the moment that rib cage gets shut down by living in a flexed environment, you're not going to get the benefits out of your strength training. So mobility and strength are not mutually exclusive. You need your mobility to access your true strength potential, and you need strength to take your joints through full ranges of motion. Okay? So in the next video, we're going to dive into how to mobilize the thoracic region, how to get our arms overhead, how to breathe through that, all right? So that's all I got for you in this video. So if you want to be notified of the next video in this series, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next episode.